Right, the vision of the Kingdom Citizens Pavilion. That's basically a description of who we are as a people, as a church, as a community. And that description basically is captured in our name. It's, we are citizens of God's kingdom. We are, I mean, it's like citizens of a country who are law-abiding, who fight, who live to see, that what that country stands for is expressed through them. We are like passport carriers of God's kingdom. We are envoys of that kingdom. So that's basically who we are. So we live by some certain codes. We live by some certain principles. There are some life ethics that we live by, which basically, is contained in the Bible. So we are citizens of that kingdom, and it's who we want to be in everything we do. So that's basically our description, because our vision is who we are and who we daily desire to be. Now, for our mission, it's Kcp, we say it this way: we don't really have a mission. We are out to carry out God's mission, because really churches shouldn't have missions, right? So Kcp, we are conscious of that we don't have an idea. We are God's idea. We don't have a mission. We are God's mission. We actually live to carry out God's mission. And what's that mission? To express God in terms of education, in terms of media, in terms of music. And then we also want to be, socio-politically relevant. So those mission heads, they actually have faces also. For example, in education, where we have an elementary school, Kingdom Citizens International School. We have a high school, Kingdom Citizens College. We have a leadership center. We call it the Center for Transformational Leadership. And those are the platform that God has given us to be able to affect our nation educationally. And then we also have an NGO, we call it Patriot's Empowerment Initiative, where we, it's an act, it's like, it's a civil kind of activity group where we campaign, we advocate for, responsible citizenship and, accountable, governance. And, because of who we are and what we do, like I said, in the beginning, we have to live by some certain codes. So there are some codes, there are some values that we impose on ourselves, which we call our core values. And that basically is, as a people, we believe that as Christians, we are not just called to believe in God. We are also called to belong to a community. So we value community. We want to be a community of people whose hearts are open to one another, whose hearts are open to God, and whose hearts are also open to the pains and the cries of the world. So we value community. We believe that we are not just called to believe God, we are also called to belong to one another. And again, we want to not just take the Bible as something we read, just a book for information. We want to be able to use the Bible as the lens through which we see life. So we say that we have a core value of biblical worldview. The Bible is our source of inspiration. The Bible provides us light, access. Everything we see in life, we want to be able to interpret it in the light of the Bible. And again, we value purity. We value purity, we value integrity. We have high moral standards. For example, it might shock you that in this church, if you're 25 and below, and if you are in school, except you want to marry, for instance, you don't want to engage in any kind of distraction, saying maybe you want to have a relationship with them. That's our code. That's what we live by. We have high moral, we have a zero tolerance for immorality. And then there's one we really hold dear. We value fun. For instance, sometimes we turn our sanctuary into a cinema, and we sort of show movies. call people to come and have fun. We give couples the opportunity to come and hang out, friends to hang out. So that's basically who we are as a church. That's who we are, in brief. I hope I'm brief enough.